Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the Sexy Cigar Lounge. I am at JW King, aka JJ. I got my boys with me, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. What's up, fellas? What's up, Rock?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am a big time sports fan, and I'm excited about this topic and ready to really dive into it and talk about what's happening in the sports world. Like it's quite a bit that's going on, but to me, there's one story that's dominating the headlines, and I really want to get you guys' opinion and the opinion of the viewers as well.
Man, for sure, man. Uh, I got my brother Brent. What's up, Brent?
What's up, man? It's your hood spiritual counselor, Saint_Brown on all social media platforms, man. Good conversation about to happen. I'm ready to get to it.
Hey, man. Deion Sanders, man. Who ain't swag? If I ain't swag.
Hey, the reports are that he will announce his that he's going to Colorado after the SWAC championship game today, which kicks off at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. Um, and when you think about those reports and thinking about what he brought to HBCU football, Black college football in general, the excitement, it's bittersweet for me because I really have enjoyed him being part of the SWAC. My daughter's actually a student at Prairie View, and I thoroughly enjoyed him being part of the SWAC and adding some excitement and making it relevant not only in the Black community but relevant outside the Black community. So it's kind of bittersweet for me, and I look forward to what's possible when he goes on to Colorado. But I cannot say that I'm not a little melancholy about you know what is going to happen to HBCU football and SWAC football with him being gone.
For sure. What you guys say about that, Brent?
I mean, I get where Rock is coming from, and I think he's looking at it from an outsider, but from someone who's actually from Mississippi, who lived in the state, who's seen the rivalry of the City Classic rivalry with Alcorn State and Jackson State, and
The Soul Bowl.
yeah, and knowing the history of Jackson State, Walter Payton, Steve McNair, just a couple of them that done came through the SWAC schools, the HBCUs in Mississippi. This is more than just bittersweet for us. I mean, it's not sweet for us at all. You know what I mean? For one, to me, Deion ain't the first big name that done came through HBCU. First big name who probably coached a HBCU, but surely not the first big name that came through HBCU. Jerry Rice played for Mississippi Valley, just to name another one. And so I think if he leaves now, it was nothing more than a pit stop to some other place he wanted to go. And I don't think when Deion came and he hit the college scene, wanted to coach football, one of these big schools like Auburn or Colorado or whatever, I don't think they would consider him. That's debatable, especially for a head coach position. That's debatable. But I think he showed the type of publicity that he could bring to a small HBCU college. And we know it's more about asses filling the seats than it is about winning. So the amount of publicity he could bring to a small little HBCU college, he's proven that he's done added on to his resume, and now he's looking for some professional growth. I can't blame him for that, from a man who needs to take care of his family. But if his whole thing was to create this, bring awareness to HBCU and turn it into something more bigger than it ever was, I don't think he achieved that mission. I don't think he achieved that goal. I think it was just nothing more than a pit stop to somewhere else he wanted to go.
Man, well, that's cold blooded to say, Brent.
Well, you know what? I'm not the only one who feel like this. I have a lot of friends from Mississippi, and if you go down, or if you could just go down my timeline, and you could just say all the things, man, so messed up what Dion's doing. Like I mean, why? I don't know. A lot of people saying the same thing that I'm saying. That's from Mississippi, and you know what? He not only brought, he not only don't get me wrong. I thank him for coming to Jackson State because that created jobs. That created a lot of stuff for Jackson. But once he takes the rug from under Jackson's feet, what happens then? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, Brent, let's be completely honest here, right? Deion Sanders was hired to be the football coach at Jackson State. The football coach. The football coach. He ended up being so much more than that because of who he was, right? He created a media marketing juggernaut that dominated social media and really mass media for that moment. That wasn't his. That's not what they hired him for. That just happens to come with Deion, right? And so I think people looked at Deion and what he created, and coming back to the swag, they began to look at him as some type of savior rather than just a football coach. And at the
Oh,
end of the day, he was hired as a football coach, and he more than fulfilled his obligation as a football coach. And at no point should I think people of Mississippi, fans of Jackson State, should come away like they've been shortchanged. He gave them tremendous excitement. He potentially could give them 2 back-to-back SWAC championships. For 2 years, they were undefeated in the regular season. He hadn't shortchanged them at all. At the end of the day, this situation was brought about because Jackson took a chance on a coach who had no prior coaching experience, and they hit, and it was a tremendous success. Y'all should reward y'all AD. You should reward your administration. And I believe, though you can't hire another Deion, you can go out and make another hire that can lead your football team and allow it to be successful. One of the
I,
things, and let me just wrap up and saying this. One of the things that I think is problematic with HBCUs in general, as a parent and a fan of SWAC football, right? The problem I think is that for so long HBCUs have talked about what they haven't had and how they're shortchanged, and they haven't promoted and built upon what they do have. And that's the only thing Deion did. He promoted and built around what already existed. And now the SWAC is the most popular conference in FCS football. And that's why the SWAC championship today will be played on ESPN2, and there are going to be millions of viewers watching that game.
Hey,
you
hey,
know, um,
I just wanted to say this, Rock. I totally agree. Marcus Hubbard chimed in and said that the president and the mayor trying to come up with more money. I would say to the people of Jackson, um, it's going to take more than Deion Sanders to fix your city. Um, Again, we can't. Uh, the statement "heavy is the head that wears a crown" is super facts. But Deion Sanders has been in the spotlight for a long time, and and he's prime time, and see, this is another thing that I really want y'all to understand about Deion Sanders. He is a competitor. If he conquered this right here, he want to conquer something else. And I think that that's where us as fans want to see him grow, because everybody constantly saying, well, he can't do this. He can't do this with these people. He can't do this with in this conference. He can't do this. And he hears that it's a challenge to him. You know,
JJ, and as you say that, quickly reminds me to 3 years ago when he was hired as the coach at Jackson State. There was people who were SWAC historians, people who had been SWAC fans for 40, 50 years, and talked about all the history that the SWAC possessed, and talked about how he wouldn't be able to make Jackson relevant. He hadn't been a coach. He couldn't do it.
they said all that.
And he would be he's just not going to walk into the conference and win a SWAC title. It's going to take him some time and all those kind of things. These are things that people were saying. And he made all those people eat their words one bite at a time. And again, to your point, there's another level out there. There's another level that Black coaches in particular haven't had success at. And I don't blame him for being a trailblazer in that area and trying to take it to a Power 5 level and show not only the fans, but people in administration at those Power 5 schools that you can have a Black man leading your program and be successful. Like, the reality is, if you look at Black coaches in major college football, they haven't had a lot of success. Outside of maybe Brian Shaw from Stanford, he's been, in my opinion, he's been mediocre. You can't name Sylvester Croom was at Mississippi State. I mean, you can name some Black coaches that have been in conferences, but when you talk about championships, I can't name off my head one Black coach that has won a conference championship as a head coach. And I think Deion Sanders, though like I say, there are people out there after he gets hired that's going to say he can't do it. Well, Colorado is not Jackson State. The Pac-10 is not the SWAC. Major college football is going to be like going from high school to the pros when you talk about going from the SWAC to major college football. And he's going to hear all those things. And I think he got a chance to see if he could be successful. And that's really all that any Black man wants sometimes, is a chance to be successful. And I think he's earned that chance to be successful. And I think he could serve Black people, the Black community, a great service by going to that level and being successful. And I dare to say there could be more Black coaches when you're talking about 5 years down the road because of Deion's success than there would be if he in fact fails. Go ahead.
Man, I just think y'all missing the silver lining in all this. It wasn't, to me, when Deion made the announcement that he was coming to Jackson State, a lot of things he brought attention to is how, top recruited college athletes pass up HBCUs and go to the bigger colleges because they're going to get more media time. They're going to, it gives them a better opportunity in their path of trying to go play professional football. I think we're missing an amazing opportunity right here. We could make HBCU one of the largely watched sport, divisions.
You can do that anyway without Deion. You should have been doing it without Deion.
Well, what I'm saying, it takes people like Deion shining light on the division. And what did he do? He brought some of the top recruits. He stole.
But they came to be with Deion. They didn't come to To be honest with you, they didn't come to be with Jackson State. They came to be with Deion.
Rock, you're holding up HBCU cups, and you're okay with these top names treating it like a damn pit stop. You know what I mean? Why not draw more attention to the HBCU? Make HBCU the games people want to watch. Start getting contracts with these major networks so HBCU be some of the most aired games on TV. And just then, all these top athletes, these college top recruits will start going to the HBCUs, and we will be the damn when they talk about college football, they'll talk about HBCU football. You understand what I'm saying? They won't be talking about the goddamn the SEC and the damn Big Ten and all these other.
So you want him to say, you want Deion to save college
HBCU.
football?
They be talking about the swag.
You want Deion to be the Moses and the Jesus of black college football? Huh?
No, what I'm saying is, Rock, that was his presence of coming out. He said, "You know what? I want to shine a light on HBCU. Look, if you're a top football recruit out there, come down here to HBCU. I teach you the game. We're gonna do it big down here." That was you saying, "Oh, now you want to say because he want to go to Colorado? Oh,
he did his job, though, Brent.
Coach. He's just a football
he did his
coach."
job.
But he's the one who put that on his back. Nobody put that on Deion back.
But
to
Brent,
save the HBCU, to save the swag. He did that to himself. And now
he did his job. He did his job, though, Brent.
You know, JJ,
he did it well. JJ, he was excellent at his job, Brent.
JJ, I understand the financial component that comes with he has a family.
Shout out to my cousin CJ down there, man.
Yeah.
And we also got a comment by a viewer, Marcus Hubbard. Marcus, we thank you for your contribution. Let me just read his comment right quick, right? He said, "Hey guys, Colorado will not give Deion 100% total control over their football program. Those white people in Colorado is not ready for Deion. Deion is 100% total control of Jackson State football." I'll say this. I don't know the stipulations of his contract, but I'm sure Deion is at the point, being a man who is worth more than $40 million, he's not going to go anywhere where he's not allowed to be Deion. I don't know about having total control of his program, but I don't think he's in a situation where he's going to listen to a whole bunch of people telling him, you can't be yourself, you can't be you, you can't do the things that have made you successful and relevant in football. And and just think about this, if you're Colorado and you want Deion as your head coach, why would you want him to be any less than he was at Jackson State? Now, the total control aspect of it, I mean, there are so many moving parts when you talk about that, and many of those things Deion may not be an expert at, and he may need some help. He may need support staff that already exists at the college. But to say this, I believe this: if Colorado wants Deion, then they want him to be Deion.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why he wouldn't go to like an Auburn, because they're not gonna let him do what he do at Jackson State, But but I think any HBCU school will let the coach be the coach. But when you get to those Power 5 schools, there's a lot of politics in it. That's what I think.
Let me look at this, because I want to be.
He done left. He done went there already.
Oh no, he hadn't announced it yet, right?
Yeah, if he go there, I'm gonna be disappointed, and I mean fucking with him. Go mute.
Oh my God!
That's my God!
You feel like a lot of people in Mississippi do. You know what I mean?
That's how
he treated Jackson State like a pit stop.
It's bigger than the money, dog.
We thought he was answering to a higher calling, but yeah,
I don't
absolutely
like
his principle.
Be real with you. It can't be about the money. It ain't about the money.
Know why.
You can go down the history books. It's changing history.
He already in the history book.
And I ain't talking Hall of Fame for your own personal. You going to
he in the swag history book. He done wrote a chapter that can never be forgotten.
Nobody never did it like him.
In 3 years, it's like what he did in 3 years.
He done won 2 SWAC
Say what?
championships and went undefeated 2 years in a row in the SWAC.
That can't.
Let me ask you something, Rock. What's the difference between the SWAC and all these other divisions? What's the difference? How many people are watching the games? That's
so I think
football wherever you go.
No, resources is a huge difference.
It's more than that. It's money.
Football is football wherever
money,
you go.
It's money.
Money,
bro.
You say how much he can get paid?
No, you asked what's the difference between HBCU and these other divisions, right? Money.
But Rock, JJ, football ain't nothing but simple 11 men lining up against another 11 men, throwing and catching the football. That's what football is. And you could watch it. You can watch it anywhere. The thing, what I'm saying is, the only difference between the SWAC and these other divisions is how many people watching them. If everybody's watching SWAC, guess what?
Hold on a second. So you saying football is just people lining up against each other? So you think that it's just that easy?
Football is entertainment, JJ. And all I'm saying is,
No. Time out, Brent. See, Brent, what you're doing is discrediting these athletes, bro.
No, I'm not discrediting athletes.
No. Football is entertainment for us as spectators, but
football is a life outlet for the.
This is what I'm saying, JJ.
That's a real life
for the athletes.
So let's talk.
Bro, they got to train. They got to train. They got to go to school. They gotta stay out of trouble, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot going to
all
that,
I'm saying, JJ, 1 + 1 is the same thing at Hines Community College as it is at Harvard. You get what I'm saying? You're doing the same type of math. All I'm saying, football, when it comes to this is what I'm saying. It's football. It's entertainment. The goal behind the sponsors and behind the networks is to get people to watch these particular games. That's it. That's all it comes down to.
What you talking about? You talking about the other people, bro?
No.
We talking about the athlete, coaches, the staff, bro. This is a livelihood, bro. This is going to a job the same way you go to a job.
Well, let me break it down another way, JJ.
Okay.
If in the morning, like leading up to Saturday, if all you seeing is commercials about Jackson State playing Southern, this commercial, them creating a storyline behind the game, you're gonna want to watch that game. You might not want to watch the Alabama and damn Georgia game. You might want to watch that game because it's done built up a whole story.
Hey, let me add some context.
Why can't HBCU have that? Just like these other, it's entertainment at the end of the day. It's creating storylines. It's drawing your emotion into it. And that's what really Deion did for Jackson State. He gave people a reason to want to watch and attend their games. He created a story behind it. You know what I mean? And I'm saying when it all comes down to it, when like JJ, I grew up watching wrestling. I'm a different type of black dude. You know what I mean? And one thing I learned that you could take any wrestler, no matter how big, no matter how small he was, but if you create a storyline behind him, if you give him a backstory and all this stuff, it's entertainment. Football is entertainment.
No, but football is not staged, Brent.
No, I understand it's not. My point is, JJ, is the HBCU, the SWAC, could get the same level of attention, could get the same level of network and everything else as these other divisions do. We can't fathom that. We can't fathom that. Brent. But it could.
It could.
And it did. And it did.
Could. Yeah.
More people were watching HBCU this year than ever before. How many people? Let me ask you this, JJ. How many people you think gonna be watching that Jackson State Southern game tomorrow? A lot. You know what I mean? Today, I'm sorry, today.
Millions.
A lot.
Millions.
Right. It's an HBCU game.
But prime time, but bro,
I did.
They're not watching every HBCU game, bro. They watching this one. I'm saying they watching this game because of prime time and because of what he did for that school and how these kids are on a winning streak, bro.
Can I get my little input real quick?
Street.
Go ahead, Tox. Hey, and everybody, this is Keep Applying Pressure. Make sure you look him up on Instagram and TikTok. He got some really entertaining content, and he's went viral several times. So make sure y'all check him out.
I'm gonna say this right. Y'all can fight, and I like to fight. And all that he done his job. No, your job ain't dog. You made money in the NFL, bro. What the fuck you came to this school? The boys goddamn stay in the union. He back that when LeBron left Cleveland, that shit went down to nothing, bro. Shit be bigger than money. What these niggas be selling their soul, bro. Dog, you want to stole. You did all this shit, dog. You could change. You could change the trajectory of fuck Jackson. All HBCUs can start doing what he done, but if this boy Travis Hunter, if you make it first round, niggas get hope now. I don't gotta go to the Power 5. Yeah, they got better. They got better rooms, bigger classrooms, all that shit. But to me, and body, if he leave that school, cause what that smoke does fire. If you leave that school, big Power 5 school ain't fucking with you no more. It's fuck you.
Oh man, see that.
Hey, Tassi.
All respect for you.
If you leave that school, and go anywhere, bro,
I'm disappointed.
Millions of people are gonna follow him just to see what he gonna do at the next level, bro.
Then Jackson,
you're not gonna worry about it, bro.
Why you went there, bro?
I mean, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you and Brent a question. Why can't a person start at this level right here and accomplish this level and have an opportunity to advance in their career?
You know the problem I got with that is? Come on, man.
What? Emotion?
HBCUs, man, we ain't got the money, the big power. You just he pointing, but he going to be a part of
but listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. He can't. No, but how is he a part of the problem, bro? That's
the biggest thing is HBCU, bro.
Sponsorships and but listen what I'm saying. But he done changed that, bro. He done changed that in the past couple of years, bro.
My position still changed, bro. My position still the same, bro. If you went there third year, and you finna haul ass, bro, you get a false hope. We gonna thug it out. We gonna get right. These sponsors, we gonna lose. You lame as fuck, bro. You lame, bro.
And I totally agree, Toxic. Bro. This wasn't just a simple job he was doing. He was doing an act of service to the community of HBCU, to black colleges, to the SWAC. This was a calling. You know what I mean? That I think, and even in his own interviews, he made it seem
Prime
like
is the SWAC Jesus, is what y'all calling him?
Right?
Is that what he is? The SWAC Jesus, the SWAC Moses.
Yeah. Whatever title you want to put on it.
The SWAC Jesus. Come on, man. At the end of the day,
minimize his impact. That's what you're doing.
No. I'm not trying to minimize his impact. These schools, hold up. These schools have presidents
on folks like that.
These schools have presidents, chancellors, and board of directors, right? That are entrusted with the vision of carrying out the mission of that school, right? He is a football coach. If he doing everything, then what are they doing?
He's more than that. He's more than that. He's more than that. He more than that for that school. He more than that for HBCU. Well, all right.
Hey, but you know, Rock.
I'm just pissed off. I'm pissed off.
Rock,
no
Rock, check this out. This is the plot twist. If Primetime wasn't winning, it wasn't getting all this exposure, all these hearts and all these emotions that people got, wouldn't be there.
that
means you can't coach. Why the fuck? I mean, you ain't good.
So that's
bro, y'all are horrible, bro. So you saying if a man has success, he can't rise to the next level, but if he's failed, y'all want him out of here.
Rise to the next black. You're going to be a part of a system, bro. Dog, back in the day, niggas cuss. We couldn't even go there. So aside note, we couldn't even
you talking
go
about
there.
Colorado, the University of
That's
Colorado?
why HBCUs wasn't invented, bro. Man,
I don't
JJ, think. JJ, can we make another? Can I make another comparison here?
Yes,
Kanye West went on Sway show, Sway in the morning. And Kanye was like, man, I gotta get with the big distributors and Gucci, and you don't understand, Sway. You ain't got the answer, Sway. You know what I mean? Sway was telling him, his brother, you could do it yourself with your own people, with your own company. And many like a few years later, Kanye went on the what was the show, the Drinking Champs, and he said Sway was right. I could have brought the attention, the fame, all that stuff to doing it my way. You know what I mean? Not their way. You know, I ain't gotta go join their team. I can make them want to join my team. You get what I'm saying? It's bigger. This is bigger than rap. This is deeper than rap. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's all me and Toxic is trying to say. This
That's
is something,
it, bro.
this is deeper than rap. It's not just a paycheck.
Somebody
It's not just going to
be a martyr, bro.
While we going, let me take a quick break right quick.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Rob. CJ, C. Duncan, that's my little cousin. He said Prime don't need the money. His staff needs the money. He said it's not about him. It's about changing his people's lives. Bro, that's facts.
When he leaves,
he's taking the staff with him.
They still in the same position.
No, bro. As you move up, bro, you get paid, bro. The whole staff get paid. Bro, do you know how much a damn quarterback coach getting paid in a Power 5 school, bro?
What they get, $300,000 a year, $400,000?
6 figures.
Cadillac Williams, I think his new salary is 1.9 as the assistant head coach.
No. He's not a assistant head coach.
He the associate head coach, right?
That's
what they hired him at.
I thought he was back being a position coach, but anyway.
No. They hired him. They hired him as the associate head coach. That's
fine, but I'm saying before this whole coaching, this head coach or anything like that, bro, the dude getting paid, you know what I'm saying, $200,000. HBCU, brother, they're not paying nobody nothing like that.
Well, the city is trying to match Colorado's offer, JJ. We you know what, JJ? We're selling off state to the
dudes making like $30,000 a year, bro.
You know what I mean? We're trying with JJ. We right now, Jackson State. We're in a room. We're emptying penny jars and stuff, and the man watching us do this, counting pennies, trying to keep his ass. You know what I mean? At some level, it's just gotta be it's gotta be deeper than, it's gotta be more than money. You gotta do everything in life can't just be about money. Goddamn, you can't take it with you. You know what I mean? And someone said, how long did we expect Deion to stay? Forever. You know what I mean? He should have retired there. He should have stayed till the whole damn HBCU is one of the most watched networks in freaking college football. You know what I mean? That was the mission. That was the mission.
But okay, so Brent, with that being said,
you want to haul
with that being said, let me say this, Brent. I don't know how long HBCU and college football and swag been going on, right? But it's been going on a long time, long before I was born, long before any of y'all was born, and anybody in this chat was born, right? Everything that Deion's doing could have been done by the schools and the administration.
They might not have
But they didn't
the
see. Hold up.
sponsorship. They might not have the
Hold up. No.
But Deion
They
is what
no,
we
no, no,
got,
no,
Rock.
no. Let me finish. They didn't see sports as a priority. These guys had substandard locker rooms. They played on substandard fields. They had substandard facilities.
They ain't see sport as a
Deion comes
priority.
to hold up. No.
That's so disingenuous, Rock.
Colleges
They had
run up the sport. The sports run all college. What you talking about?
That was fact.
You think Alabama is using their own money to build them facilities that's around them?
But bro, when you go, if you ever go, hold up. When you okay, when you go to let me finish, Brent. When you go to these HBCU football games, you see more Louis purses and red bottom shoes, and you see everything. You see more money on the hoof than in anywhere in America when you talk about what people are wearing. But the difference between Alabama and Auburn, they giving that money to the HBCUs. They are donating to their institutions. Their institutions are a priority to them. And they donate and they invest and they build upon the athletic programs that exist now didn't always exist in prior generations. I remember when I was being recruited in high school, right? And the notion was, this is what they told me about athletics department. They said, hey, the football and athletic department, we lose money every year on our athletic department because we're building facilities, we're redoing the locker rooms, all this kind of stuff. They were losing money for years.
Because Rock, the athletic department wasn't putting asses in seats. It's entertainment. Right. People have to watch. Networks have to want to air you. Sponsors have to want to endorse you. You get what I'm saying?
See, you can't wait on sponsors when you're successful alumni that can contribute to your school.
What I'm saying, Rock, is when the athletic department, I'm pretty sure the swim team at damn Alabama, are probably,
they reaping the benefits
going to the YMCA to practice and shit like that. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is that when you got a certain department in your athletic program, is that when it's bringing back dividends, you know what I mean? When it's producing money for the school, that's when other entities want to be a part of that as well. That's what Deion was starting to create at Jackson State. More sponsors and stuff were wanting to invest in those programs and stuff like that because the program was putting asses in the seats.
Hey, let me see this. Let me see this here.
This is my thing, is Brent.
Lamont this guy has a comment I just want to say, JJ. He says, Deion, he showed us there's value in black. But if we can't see that and continue what he jump started, we ain't real, not him. And the only point I'm saying is Deion just highlighted what was already there. He promoted what was already there. And I'm just done. Go ahead, JJ. I'm sorry for interrupting you, brother.
No. I was just gonna say, like, don't you think that at this point the HBCUs need to step up now, Brent, and start trying to get people in there, start trying to pay some money to get some good staff in there at this point?
Okay.
He can't do that for the whole.
I think the HBCUs should send all their presidents and they should do a press conference and make an announcement to NFL players, retired players or whatever, and say, hey, if you want to come down here and help HBCU, make a commitment to us. Dedicate your service to us in rebuilding our programs. Don't treat us like a pit stop. You know what I mean? Don't come down here for a couple of years and build a staff or whatever. And as soon as one of these big name colleges make you a deal, you uproot that whole staff. You're asking players to transfer with you or whatever the case may be. If you want to build something with us, don't start with the foundation and walk off from it. You know what I mean? Help us
Hey,
build this house and make
hey.
us help us build this house strong and where it'll last over centuries. You know what I mean? Don't just walk away as soon as you laid a couple of laid some wood or whatever the case may be. Don't walk away and leave the job undone. There's plenty of work that left to be done. You know what I mean? If y'all want to help us, help us. But if you're gonna just treat us like a pit stop, you know what I mean? We like to decline your offer. We like to unite and say we will decline your offer.
What makes the SWAC? What makes the SWAC and Jackson State? And I'm just talking about from a job standpoint, from where the job is different than Southern Mississippi, Southeast Louisiana. Give me another college. Northeast Louisiana, University of Louisiana Lafayette. Those are all lower level jobs. And when coaches perform at those levels, all coaches, whether you're black, white, or whatever, you elevate to better jobs. Why do we expect? Hold up, Brent. Why do we expect black men, right, to make all the sacrifice for the culture when there are people that are already there that have those jobs that should be promoting schools, they should be developing facilities for athletics, they should be pointing out the advantages of going at the HBCUs. At the end of the day, like I said, Deion Sanders is a football coach. There's a whole staff of people. There's a staff and administration that's responsible for the vision and carrying out the mission statement of the institution. And if part of that mission statement is not excellence, right? If part of that mission statement is just getting by, then you got the wrong mission statement. And if you actually have excellence as part of your mission statement, you have to now make Deion Sanders has made you start living by that now. And put it like this: if Deion Sanders is that important to the SWAC and HBCU football, then I suggest this: Florida A&M pitch in $200,000 a year. Alabama State and Alabama A&M pitch in $200,000 a year. Then Southern pitch in $200,000 a year. All the SWAC schools come together, put together a pot so Jackson State can keep Deion Sanders. If we really about that
program, that's
Hey, Rock. What I don't get. One time I heard you on Clubhouse, and shout out to Clubhouse. You went on this whole sermon about the importance of supporting black-owned business and how, despite the lack of resources of these black-owned businesses, you should support them anyway. You started this interview and you held up a Prairie View cup because your daughter attends that university. However, what I don't understand about you and JJ is how it's all about supporting black until it comes to our sports. You know what I mean? And when it comes to sports, it's like, it's about getting a bigger paycheck. It's about abandoning the program. It's about abandoning the program and that's other people's job and stuff like that. Why you don't keep the same energy for a HBCU college? You know what I mean? Like,
all right. Let me.
Why is it not that same level of energy? Yeah, they lack resources. Yeah, they don't have the facilities to get these players in and stuff like that. But why not support them anyway?
Let me respond to that right quick.
Yeah, look what Barkley just wrote in the thing.
Let me respond to this right quick.
Hit it on the head.
Let me respond to Brent. I just got a message from my cousin that stated Deion sold 60,000 seats at these HBCU games, but only 30 to 40,000 seats were accounted for. Where the other money went? Where the other money went, Brent? Where the other money went, Brent?
Look, JJ.
Black business, right?
Look, what I'm saying.
Hold on. And let me just say this: if a man sees, like heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? So these coaches don't follow Deion since Dallas, Texas. So he see what these dudes making. These dudes making
You're right, did you?
30, 35, 40,000 a year, bro. And these other colleges are making 100,000, 200,000, and Deion winning games over here. You know what I'm saying? Why can't he, you know what I'm saying, carry his people to the promised land too?
Let's not act like Deion. I mean, we
Y'all
acting
trying
like
to make this
Deion.
man save a whole city, bro.
I want
When
you
it
to save
comes to
a whole culture. A whole culture, not no city. A culture.
He's saving the culture.
That's what
What
I
are you talking about?
want. That's what I want.
He done saved the bro. He done brought he done brought spotlight. He done brought spotlight to HBCUs, bro. He done more for Jackson State than
like
anybody
with you
else.
when you leave.
And check this out. Plenty of pros came out of damn Mississippi, Jackson State. Ain't never gave back to these people.
Facts, JJ.
I think that's a bit of a deflection. Deion is not only taking himself, he's taking his coaching staff. He's taking he's offering
But he gave y'all the blueprint.
He's offering the top transfers that he got to come to, that he created this whole mission behind supporting HBCUs, and he attracted these top players to HBCU. You know, he taking them with him. You know what I mean? So what is it to what he done that he just uprooted all and take it with him? You get what I'm saying? Like he made the personal decision to go to Colorado.
His knowledge, uprooted his knowledge,
but and that's another thing, JJ.
His celebrity.
That's another thing.
Talking about?
Deion is not totally responsible for the success of Jackson State. He got some of the top recruits, you know, on his team.
No.
You know what I mean? He's not responsible.
No.
He's not.
Yes,
he's playing a team that's what 6-4, 7-4. How, you know? So we could say that Jackson State's talent ain't even amongst the other universities, HBC universities. It's not even balanced. You know what I mean? Deion got a team that could compete with our Big Ten colleges right now. You know what I mean? You know,
any coach would want that. Any coach wants the best on
That's college athletics, man.
I'm trying to understand
recruiting is college athletics.
What's so wrong with that?
Let me ask y'all boys this here, right?
The message we should send to our audience, fellas, is that, you know what, support Black until it comes to competitive sports in which, you know, at that time you make the best decision, whatever it is for you.
Brent, I think you.
Hold on.
Just say he transferred to Colorado.
You got a commercial?
No, I actually don't have a commercial, but I did want everybody to like and subscribe to the channel. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We got quite a few viewers on here. Like and subscribe. We do a lot of dope content each and every day. And so, you know, even go watch some of our old videos if you get a chance after this one. But we're going to continue this conversation. But I want to say this, man. As a guy who came to Jackson State and won 2 conference championships, promoted the program to a level publicly that he had never seen before. Why can't you do what my man Aaron Coleman just said? I think that was Aaron Coleman. No. It was seek knowledge and understanding. Says, how can you just say, job well done, Deion? Thank you.
Cause that ain't how it go. Hey, Rock, listen, let me tell you something. Right, motherfucking now. The guy, I'm answering the question in the chat. Marcus Hubbard wrote this. Won't do good and make great accomplishments in life. White people want them. Great Black men to white people.
Hey, we got the Southern Knights in here.
You motherfucker winning. But check this out. This is the spin side of it. He lead Jackson and the movement. He a culture center. He like a Moses. Some would be right. Just say he say fuck it and go to Colorado. Garbage ass Colorado. He got 2 years, bitch. Yeah, I got 2 years to turn this shit around. And he fired from there. So, cause don't want you no more. Make it the fuck out of here, bro. I don't like that old pussy ass shit. Go to Alabama.
Hey,
I don't like that pussy ass shit either, Toxic.
Hey, Toxic.
Y'all sound like some
Colorado garbage as fuck, bro.
think about this, Toxic. Colorado is literally gonna do, if he wins 3 games a year in Colorado, Colorado is literally gonna do the same thing Jackson State would have done if he had won 3 games at Jackson State. They would have got rid of his ass.
But you know, Colorado, they play different teams. He go over there.
No. What I'm saying is his success as a coach was always going to be measured by winning. So this is, I have friends that are coaches, right? And this is the issue with coaching. These guys can do so much work off the field and help and develop kids as men and help build programs and do all these things in community behind the scenes and all this kind of stuff. But if they don't win, their ass is gone. And they not counting none of the shit they did outside of coaching as a reason to keep them around. Not all of feeding the kids, not developing the children, not taking them to Bible study, not converting them to Christian. None of that shit matter if you don't win.
Thanks.
Let me tell you something, bro. Person and the player, I can pass what he doing to an unloyal. Just like if I got a girlfriend or a wife, if a new girl smash skirt and not leave because it's shiny over there, I'm an unloyal piece of shit. I done built my old lady up right here. I'm going to leave for some stuff. They're going to get rid of me once he find out my dick don't work. What's wrong with you, man? Piss the fuck
But Toxic,
out,
here's the difference. And this is what I've always understood when I've been seeking employment. I've always understood this. A job is a job. A job is not a relationship. I only have that job contingent on me being proficient and carrying out and performing adequately at that job. When I don't perform adequately at that job, they get my ass out of there. This is not a relationship. This ain't no for better or for worse, for sickness and in health, rich or for poor type shit when you take a job.
I got a question for them, though. I got a question for y'all, though. What y'all think Deion Sanders and his Jackson State staff is worth?
They worth a lot in the HBCU.
They worth whatever everybody else gets.
Wow.
Not enough. Hold on 1 second. So you saying that Alabama and Nick Saban is worth the same as a Colorado coach?
What happened to Nick Saban when he went to
No.
Redskins to try to
Answer the question.
football?
No. Don't answer the question.
No, his staff is worth whatever the average staff getting.
When Nick Saban went in, coach.
So you saying that Nick Saban should be getting paid the same amount of money as an Auburn head coach?
No, you say what?
The fuck?
That's what you said, right? You said staff,
bro.
First.
I'm up
whatever
there
the average is.
You say average?
So should Nick Saban get paid the average as well? Is what he's asking.
Right.
I don't know the number. The average. They
no.
don't deserve below.
I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question. Do you think that Nick Saban should get paid the average a college coach makes?
Absolutely not. No.
So what are you talking about?
But Deion Sanders should.
Nick Saban white.
Wow.
Nick Saban.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there.
Listen, Nick Saban not a martyr for black people. He's not a martyr for white people. People listen out. God chose some people for movement. I think God chose movement. He chose like Jay-Z, like certain people for movements, bro. You can move of men. They fishers of men. They fishermen. Deion is a fisherman of men. It's biblical. It's in the Bible. People will follow you.
I
I'm gonna
want to.
follow him.
Hey, let me give a shout out to my best friend Darryl Barlow on here, man. I'm glad he joined in, man. His brother is Reggie Barlow, who was a HBCU football coach for Alabama State.
And he was an NFL player, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But
grew up
he
with
bring
Lord.
he bring up a great point, JJ. He said it
Who?
all comes down
Tyson
to
brought up
the
a great point.
no, your buddy Daryl Barlow.
Oh,
He
okay,
brought
go
up a
ahead.
great point. He said it all comes down to the type of players that you have to coach. You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
I think Deion had the influence to attract a lot of them top high school prospects to the HBCU. Not too many men coaches in the HBCU had that type of influence, that Deion had. I think he drew a lot of attention to the HBCU. And Rock and yourself talked about, Deion fulfilling the requirements of his job, and he won 2 seasons and he was successful with that. But to me, the difference between a leader and a manager is a leader is led by purpose. A leader is led by service to others. A manager is just there to clock
Do a job.
to punch the clock and to tell the whoever he report to, hey, the job got done. He doesn't care about the people around him. He's not in service to them. And I think when Deion took this
That's not
mission
true.
on, we seen it as something that he was doing for a higher cause. I'm pretty sure Deion could got hired maybe as assistant defensive coordinator or something for some of those bigger colleges or something like that. But the HBCU hired him on as a head coach with minimum experience, and they took that chance on him, and he's repaying us 2 years later by uprooting his whole staff, by taking his
How
whole,
they say minimum experience?
you know what I'm saying? Minimum experience as a head coach.
So why
I
can't
What do you mean he been a
No,
head coach?
no,
He
no,
coached
no,
damn high school
no. I'm saying
football with
Jackson
his son.
State. Jackson State.
Bro, that's what happens, bro. You go to different levels, bro.
That's what I was
elevate.
asking Deion to do. You're coaching college football. The same fans who are watching Alabama play and Georgia State are watching you play. The same people. You know what I mean? And he could have did something that was big with the HBCU, but now I think that his priorities has changed, his agenda has been met, his personal agenda, not the agenda of the people. His agenda has been met, and now he's ready to pack up and leave. And I strongly encourage, if he does leave, I hope this is just publicity hype for him to come out tomorrow and say he's staying with Jackson State. But if it's not, I would encourage all the presidents of these HBCUs to come out and tell these former NFL players, hey, if you're gonna only treat us like a lot lizard or a pit stop at a pit stop, no thank you. We defer you all.
Man, y'all the trip,
Go take your chances with them bigger colleges and let them put you a head coach, and so they could fire you 2 years because you can't get the top recruits you want.
Hey, you know what you remind me of, Brent? Brent, you remind me of Harvey Updike. Do you know who Harvey Updike is?
Sound like a great man. I don't know who he is, but
he's the man that the day after Cam Newton beat Alabama in 2010 went down to Auburn and killed and pumped poison into some 150-year-old trees, and then called into a radio and told Paul Feinbaum that he did it.
I mean, Rod. I mean,
I don't know why I remember that guy's name, Harvey Updike, but I know he was unrealistic.
All I'm saying, Rock and JJ, sometimes it's got to be bigger than money. This whole thing is deeper than rap. He had an opportunity here. I think he's missing out on doing something real big. That's not only just not only that's just statistically big in the area of HBCU football, but that's historically big in the advancement of Black people. You know what I mean? And Rock, you may have come in earlier. You said, what's the difference between Northeast University of Southern USM, University of Southern Mississippi? It's the people who are filling up those classrooms. They look like us. You know what I mean? That's
Brent,
the difference.
when I was mentioning that, I was talking about the job, the job that the level.
Forget the job. It gotta be more than
It
about the job.
gotta be more, bro.
It gotta be more than about the job.
Time out, guys.
See what Diabolo
hold on, Tassi. You're a barber, right? You're a master barber, right?
Right.
Okay. So if you tired or you have a opportunity to go to another shop, but you have all your customers on this side of town, what you gonna do?
If I got a chance to go to another, but all my customers right here,
Yes.
I'm saying my customers, I can grow them more. It's white customers over there. My black customers who here, I've been dependable for them,
full of shit.
for them here for years.
You full of shit because you
real, bro.
You full of shit because I remember a story where you said somebody called you after hours and you was gonna charge them $50-$60 because so you don't think Deion want that same opportunity?
He not the Moses of barbers, though.
I think that because they don't got nothing to do with the love I got for them. What do you mean?
Rock and JJ. I know Rock knows what I do because we work in the same capacity. You know what I mean? We work for the Department of Veteran Affairs. Our customer is a veteran, and I think me and Rock, if we were to decide to go work for a private IT company, maybe they make smaller iPhones for midgets or something like that, we probably could make a whole lot more money. You know what I mean? But we feel a special connection to our customer. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's what drives us to do the best job we could do. We feel like we're serving a community of people just like us, and we pass up on money to do because it is if you feel purpose in that. And that's all I'm asking Deion to do. Is that too much?
Brent, I'm gonna go in here
I'm reading every
and I'm
one
gonna
of
say there's a bit of a difference, though. There's a bit of a difference. We have the ability, and both of us have exercised our ability to be upwardly mobile within the organization, right? And because of that, if we do want to appreciate our salary and earn more money, we can stay in this organization and take a higher position or better paying position or something like that. He's at the top. Deion Sanders is at the very top of his career at Jackson State. There's no other job he can get at Jackson State and make more money.
Got the money.
He's Rock. We gave him the keys to the whole damn city. We gave him the keys.
Hold on,
he owns Jackson right now.
But Brent, it ain't just about Deion Sanders, bro. It's about his players too. It's about his staff too. These people got kids. Hey, listen what I'm saying. These people are working for this man because it's him. They believe in him. So if they get paid $35,000 a year, $40,000 a year, and they got kids at home, and they can't get them a house, they can't get them, land or no car. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Try to elevate his people. That's the only way he's gonna do it.
Let me say this too. Okay. Let me say this, Brent, because I think this is a big deal. This is because one of the guys in here, I think it's your friend, Mr. Barlow, who said it. I can't scroll back and look at it. But he said black coaches, HBCU coaches, are looked at different. And what I think Mr. Barlow is saying is HBCU coaches usually don't get the opportunity for upward mobility to predominantly white institutions. They're largely relegated. They're largely relegated to just coaching in HBCU football.
Why should they want
and what HBCU footballs have to offer. Hold up. Let me finish.
That's what he meant, Rock. I went to HBCU. I coach Alvin B. Wyatt. They're different. he was looked at as everything.
Well, show me a black HBCU successful
was
coach.
Everything, bro.
Hold up.
Had the whole Daytona, bro.
Hold up. Listen
Florida,
to
bro.
me, Toxic.
They superstars.
Listen to me, Toxic.
Superstars, bro.
Listen to me, Toxic. Show me a HBCU successful coach that went on to be a head coach at a PWI, a predominantly white institution. I'll wait.
Okay, Rock. We get your point, but I wanted to address something that's in the chat. Strawberry said that, and I think she was referring to Jackson as being a nasty city. Oh, that's DW?
Yeah.
Oh, Jackson is not a nasty city. It's a predominant black city. It's the capital of Mississippi. If you go there, remind you a lot of Huntsville, Alabama. A lot of black people doing a lot of good things in Jackson, Mississippi. They have a elementary school named after Barack Obama. I would hate for the people watching to think Jackson is a nasty city, and it's not. It's actually a good, thriving place for black people, especially in the deep south of Mississippi. You know what I mean? So, we had some problems with the water. You know what I mean? And because of Deion, there was a lot more attention drawn.
Hey, Brent, you can do another show after this one talking about how great Jackson is, but we talking about football right now. And now I'm just messing with you. Hey, but here's what I wanted to say. Here's what I wanted to say about the coaching and coaching in HBCU football. I believe that Fred McNair, of the head coach at Alcorn State, I apologize for saying it wrong, Alcorn State, is just as good a coach, or possibly even better coach than Deion Sanders, right? But the fact of the matter is this. He's been at Alcorn for 5-6 years, won multiple SWAC titles, been the most successful coach in the SWAC, and no other school has ever come to try to hire him for any other job.
Facts. Why is that, Brent? Why is that, Toxic?
That ain't my motherfucking problem. They ain't Deion. Chosen, bro.
Influence.
Deion chosen, bro.
Deion has power. He has influence.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown, man.
Deion has influence. There's no denying that.
And
nobody even knows
heavy, bro.
Rocky just mentioned. Many people don't even know who that is.
Go take a nap.
Everybody know who Deion is. He has influence. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discrediting for the Deion for the contribution he made to NFL football. He's one of the best defensive backs that ever played the game.
But you just said, that Deion didn't say that. Football program.
Well, I'm saying from a coach perspective, like your buddy said, Daryl Barlow, he said that it is your success as a head coach. You and Rock both coach football. Y'all know what I'm saying is true. It weighs heavy on the type of players that you have. You can have John Madden's playbook. But you ain't got players who could execute them plays at a high intensity. Then you're not gonna be that successful.
But Brent. Part of a head coach's job is to get good recruiters to recruit.
And why do you think they wanted Deion, JJ?
He had to hire people to get these kids to come to their school.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't think he had the ability to hire people who had similar influence as him? You get what I'm saying? Who are able to attract these players? And let's just put it this way, JJ. If Deion hired me as a recruiter, just me going to a player's home, sitting down with his family, saying you have the opportunity to play and play under one of the best defensive backs who ever played in NFL football. He's also black, so he has your best interests at heart. You know what I mean?
What about Eddie
George? He's a Hall of Famer. You get what I'm saying?
Eddie George?
What I'm saying, Eddie George didn't have the impact of Deion Sanders in the league. Let's not act like that.
But he.
Come on, like he didn't have the type of impact.
He's one of the best, though.
What I'm saying, I would compare Deion to a Jerry Rice. He's one of the best. I would compare Deion to
But there have been many players. JJ,
you trolling, man.
Okay.
No, seriously.
But there are players.
One of the best, and the best.
There are many players. Different. But I don't think the level of player that Deion was is the reason why he's successful, right? I don't think that's the
Are
reason.
you kidding? He got some of the top recruits.
No.
He was stealing recruits from Alabama. Nick Saban came out. When have Nick Saban ever came out and talked about how a player was being influenced and the player that the player was going to a HBCU?
So
when have Nick Saban ever came out and battling against a player with an HBCU college?
Hey Brent, don't you know before primetime came, every top recruit player wanted to go to one school.
Alabama.
A white school. So what are you saying?
Open up eyes to other opportunities.
What I'm trying to say, JJ, is a lot of these kids who Deion is recruiting, they don't know Deion as the number one shutdown corner to ever play the game.
You was a lie.
They weren't even born when he was playing.
If you know, I ain't no goddamn Bob Greasy. I know he was like sports, bro. If I play quarterback, I watch that position.
But what I'm saying,
it's equivalent to Michael Jordan coaching a HBCU school.
Let me point something out. Their parents and the influence of Deion is because Deion has been able to maintain relevancy through being in media and other things like that. Cause I'll tell you this: you can take the greatest running back that I think ever played the game, Barry Sanders, and you put him at head coach, and he won't have the success that Deion has because he's not Deion. He doesn't have a personality. He's not as media savvy. What I'm saying is his success as a player, it is a factor, but that's not why he's successful as a coach. The reason why he's successful as a coach is because of of his football knowledge, the team he's able to build, and Deion has one hell of a personality. That's why he's successful as a coach.
He's prime time.
I agree with you.
Hey, check this out. This man brings style. He brings flair. He brings excitement to the football games, bro. You know what I'm saying? His damn kids bring style, flair, and you know, just that energy that fucking HBCUs should have. They should have these because guess what? Because guess what? At one time, they were just known for the band and the fine majorettes.
And let's look at this. Let's look at this down the road, man. Because this is what I look at down the road. I look at Deion has two sons that play for him in football, right? He has two sons. And I think if Deion is a successful coach, he can hire his sons as assistant coaches like a lot of the other famous coaches do. And that will put more prominent coaches in positions. He will add more coaches to his coaching staff that will potentially make his sons viable as coordinators and head coaches, just like it happens with other families in other communities. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all looking at it in a very myopic way, right? I'm blackity black. I'm all black all the time. But we don't live in a world like that. That's not the world we live in. We live in a world where we actually, for the best opportunities that life has to offer, we're competing with people from all cultures. And we have to be prepared for that competition. And a lot of times, fair or not, we're not prepared for those opportunities because we haven't been allowed to be put in positions for us to be prepared. So you know what I really would think? I really think that Deion should hire as an assistant coach guys like Mike Vick or even Fred McNair, who's the head coach at Alcorn, or maybe even Willie Simmons, who's the head coach at FAMU. I think he should hire those guys and work with those guys so that those guys can be platformed where they could go on and become head coaches at PWIs so they could hire more black assistant coaches. Because what's happening now—
he already got his head coach, bro.
Well,
What
Rock,
you mean?
what you
Fuck a
talking about?
PWI, bro.
He already got his coaches.
What you talking about, Rock, is infiltrating a
No,
system.
no.
You're talking
You
about
said something
infiltrating a system.
PWI. Fuck
You
a
get what I'm saying?
PWI, bro.
Why you need to infiltrate a system when there's a when there's a foundation already there for you? You get what I'm saying? We have
The
a
SWAC
foundation.
is just 12 schools, bro. It's over 100 and something Division I schools.
But what I'm saying is, you're talking about
Our kids, my kids, my grandkids should have those opportunities to coach and be head coaches and have some of the best jobs that that are offered in America. We should not be relegated to just working in black spaces.
You know what we
working
thought
in
was
black
gonna
spaces is cool. It's cool.
You know
It's
what-
dope working in black spaces, but we should also have the opportunity to work in other, because guess it, at the University of Texas, my daughter or my son should be able to be an assistant coach or professor, because guess what? I pay taxes in the state of Texas, and I pay those salaries at the University of Texas.
I'm not right to be someone who preaches community and pro blackness. I mean, I don't think that's the stance you're coming with on this particular issue. You know what I mean?
Inclusion.
We have a foundation here for us. And when Deion initially made his announcement to come coach at Jackson State, we thought this was going to start a trend of maybe Randy Moss coming down and coaching the HBCU, maybe Terrell Owens coming down and coaching the HBCU.
It's coming.
And it will make HBCU rise to the level of attention of a lot of these PWI colleges that you mentioned. People be wanting to watch HBC. Well, if Deion is indeed laying the foundation for it, it's making it look more as a opportunity more than it is establishing something bigger than, creating a bigger thing than
the people who run the
the
people who run the institutions, the presidents and the athletic directors are responsible for creating a platform that allow coaches to be successful. Deion was the anomaly. He's the outlier. He's the one coach that came in and decided he was going to create the infrastructure so that he could be successful, from renovating the locker rooms, getting Walmart to build a practice field. He created the infrastructure so that he could be successful. It's really not the coach's job to create the infrastructure. And these presidents and these athletic directors should be held accountable for creating the infrastructure that allows coaches to be successful. HBCUs should not be looked at as a second tier or a lower tier in coaching, in getting second tier athletes. It shouldn't be looked at that way. It should not. And for whatever reason,
life is right now. I'm gonna tell you what you just said pissed me off, Rob. When you said, why can't my child be an assistant at a PWI? You still, bro. You trying to push inclusion. You want to be included in them so bad.
My taxes are included. Man, my taxes are included.
No, fuck them white people, bro. You can be
my taxes go to Prairie View and the University of Texas. My taxes go to Prairie View and the University of Texas.
That's why
what happened to your pro-blackness?
I am pro-black, but
I'm also
it don't matter. It's not right. It's not matching, Rob. It's
totally abandoning it.
I'm pro-black, but I want to go and ride the white bus. That's a
when you talk about black business, when you talk about black business, you don't say, "Oh, maybe they should work a contract with McDonald's where McDonald's could take their cinnamon rolls and sell them there." You know what I mean? You say no. You're supporting the black business.
Hey, Brent, these are public institutions that are funded by tax dollars, and those institutions should have staffs and have student populations that reflect the people that live in that state. Period, point blank.
I agree.
You got a black system already in place. Dog, that's what happened to black people, bro. Dr. Claude West said it. Inclusion, bro. We had our own black everything. We want to fight for inclusion, segregation. Now we want to ride that.
But I think we can do two things at once, Toxic.
We had our own buses. Now you want ride they bus.
And
Fuck
Rock,
they bus, bro.
And Rock, I totally agree with Toxic. And come with that inclusion, you lose control. You lose a lot of things that could help and better the community. You know what I mean? When it comes to with that inclusion, you
Individually.
lose more than
Okay,
what you're trying to gain.
Talk to me about this. I want you to just think about Deion. What is Deion losing individually? Him and his family, what are they losing by going to Colorado? I'm just gonna let you
Influence
explain
and control of the decisions of how that football program is ran.
Does that mean one scoop of mashed potatoes or two scoops?
I mean, that's a big deal.
Come on with the
That's a
trolling,
big
Rock.
deal.
No. What I'm saying is, how does that manifest itself tangibly? I know all that what you said. How does it manifest itself tangibly?
Rock, would you rather have 100% control over business or 49% control over business?
I would rather have 50% over $1 million business than 100% of a $10,000 business.
Ooh, Rock, your pro-blackness just went right out the goddamn window. Woo!
I'd rather have 49% of $1 million business than 100% of a $10,000 business. Did you just hear what I said?
I'm so mad, Brent.
But Brent, this is my thing though, Brent. First of all, you don't know what Deion contract will be with another school, because I'm sure if it's prime time, he gonna want 100%.
He gonna want to be prime time.
100% of what? 100% of what?
And listen, what I'm saying. If they're not gonna give it to him, I doubt if he go. Rob. I mean, Brent. You see what I'm saying? By the way, hey, like, comment, subscribe. We got a lot of viewers right now. I appreciate y'all coming in. Got a lot of viewers. Hey, I'm sorry for keep applying pressure and St. Brent and how they acting right now.
I want Rock and JJ to take their hoodies off, because I will bet dollars to donuts they got a Herschel Walker shirt on. I would bet dollars to donuts they got a Herschel Walker, both a Herschel Walker shirt on.
Boy, I tell you, boy, y'all some tough customers. Only thing I'm saying, Brent, is this, bro. At some point, an individual has to take into account what's opportunity is before him and do what is in the best interest of him and his family.
No, for best.
And hold up. Every man should be given that opportunity, bro. I don't think nobody. No. Listen, nobody should be held to a standard that nobody else is held to in our community, just for the sake of the community. Like, let me give you an example. Hold up, Toxic. Let me. I got two nappy head grandkids that need haircuts. I only got $4. I'm black. Will you cut their hair for $2 a piece?
Hey, Rock. I
ain't finna play.
You know, this is Rock. You taught me a lot about politics, and one thing I learned is that capitalism hasn't worked for black people. You get what I'm saying? And you said that having a more social. I mean, I'm paraphrasing things just from a bunch of things you said, but you know, I learned from you that having a more socialistic type mindset is what helped develops the whole community. You know what I mean? Having, being willing to share your resources with other black people and buying into black people and stuff like that. That what helps. Why are we abandoning that ideology now for pure gain?
So let me explain, Brent, for this reason. So in this particular situation, when you talk about Deion Sanders, he was an outsider to HBCUs, right? He went to Florida State. He played in the NFL. He had no real affiliation with an HBCU. he came to an HBCU because they gave him an opportunity. The reason why he was at an HBCU was because none of the Power 5 schools, none of the PWIs would give him an opportunity with the experience that he had. So he came to Jackson State. Ashley Robinson, who's the AD at Jackson State, convinced Deion of what a great opportunity Jackson State could be for him. They connected. They hit. It was a great marriage for both of them, right? Now, Deion Sanders and Jackson State's popularity they have attained a level of popularity, a level of support that has not been seen in a long time. And now, right, Deion has an opportunity to go out and even do something even greater as an individual. You have to understand that him going to Colorado gives him an opportunity to do something that's great. Him winning the SWAC championship and the Black College National Championship, that's a tremendous accomplishment, and he should be lauded for that. But him going out and competing for a Pac-10 championship and winning possibly a national championship is somewhat monumental, right? He will be put on the Mount Rushmore of coaches if he goes out and does that at Colorado, because he'll be the first black coach. He'll be the first black coach that wins a national championship in major college football. That's a big fucking deal, and that opens the doors the way that in 1969, the way a all-black basketball team from Western Texas beat Kentucky in the national championship. Like, that's how it opens up. And then all of a sudden, black players were recruited to colleges as basketball players all over the nation. That's what happens when that happens, right? It opens up the floodgates.
If Deion indeed goes to Colorado and just say you attend one of his games in Colorado and you happen to look around, I kind of know the demographic of Colorado. Who you think you're gonna see? You think you're gonna see people like us in those stands? You think you're gonna see people you think you're gonna see vendors? You think you're gonna see vendors outside the stadium?
You're gonna see the same people that was in the stands at his NFL game. That's who you're gonna see in the stands.
You think you're gonna see
that ain't strange to him. He played in the NFL 13 years. He know who's gonna be in the stands.
You think you're gonna see people like us selling T-shirts outside the stadium and selling hot dogs and stuff, and you tailgate? You think you're gonna see people like us there? You think you're gonna see boosters that support black people talking to him in those conference meetings and stuff like that? Who you think he's gonna be doing business with, Rock? People like us. So you say that this is something he's doing, something that's bigger for himself, which could lead to something bigger for everyone else.
So do you think he? So let's be honest. Do you think he could potentially bring black vendors and contractors into the Colorado?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You don't think that
them white folks gonna look at his peanut head ass and say, you ain't. Come on, Rock. He ain't got that type of influence. That's old money type of influence. Come on. He ain't got that type of pull.
Hey, I just want to ask Toxic, man, what's wrong? What's wrong?
This nigga Rock, you fucking with my mental, dog.
You know you my brother, Toxic.
You really listen, dog. I'm gonna say this one last motherfucking time. Some people, dog, are put on earth for Martin Luther Kings, the fucking Malcolm X's, the Deions. Nah, like
all them got shot.
I ain't saying that. I'm saying, like, I just said
all them got shot.
Are fishers,
in a gruesome murder.
Are fishers of men. That in the black community, but on the surface, you can go get the money. You somebody's staff, bro. It ain't gonna be no overnight thing. Like, we get sponsored. He just got Chick-fil-A, whoever the fuck built them a whole new. They gonna get there. I don't know, bro. But your whole lad to a white school, you better win. Remember the Titans with Denzel? Hold on, no. Remember Denzel Washington? Coach Coon. Remember that? he couldn't lose damn game. But you better go undefeated every year.
Hey, remember the Titans was a great movie.
I know he couldn't lose damn game though.
Hold on, hey, Tyson, we got some people. Hey, shout out to all the watchers right now, man. Like, comment, subscribe, please subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Hey, I got somebody asking why you keep yelling.
Because I'm passionate. See, that's another thing with black people.
So
with anger.
So you passionate about Deion leaving, and you pissed off that he's leaving, or
I'm passionate
about black people and the cause.
This is a missed opportunity.
I don't get. Can't nothing nobody tell me that can make me say it's okay.
Okay.
All this shit
Tyson,
they did and they it's not.
Tyson, $5 million versus $250,000.
He made money. Wait, he made NFL. He made money already.
No. Tyson, listen to what I'm saying. If I can retire and then come back to work and make $5 million, you think I'm
gonna make $5 million, or you want to make a big impact and change going to history books? Which one you want to do?
You
want $5
million? Done that already. He done that already.
Which one you want, $5 million, or you want to move black people as a whole? Not one. You want to change the.
You got black people in Colorado too,
as a whole.
You got black people in Colorado too.
Colorado.
Hey, and I want to correct. Hey, let me say this. I want to correct. I want to correct something that somebody said earlier. I just did a little research. Dude said Tony Elliott was a coach who was a head coach at a black college and then eventually went to be a head coach at a white college. Tony Elliott was an assistant coach at South Carolina State and then an assistant coach for 4 years at Clemson and then went to be a head coach at Virginia. So what I'm saying is normally guys who are head coaches at HBCUs do not get head coaching opportunities at PWIs. Please tell me one coach that was a head coach at a HBCU and then got to be a head coach at a PWI. I will wait.
Rock, I think the real question is why do we equate being a head coach at a PWI as the highest level of success?
As they said, I made it now. Why?
I can make that simple. I can make.
Sometimes it is, bro. What are you talking about?
Is it about the salary that comes with that
no. It's not just about the salary. It's the exposure and the prestige that comes along with the position.
He got exposure with Jackson State. He got networks with Jackson State. He got endorsements with Jackson State.
Make sure.
So I asked once again, why is being a head coach at PWI the highest level of success for a college football coach? Because he got the same things that those PWI coaches got being at a HBCU.
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather coach junior high school making $25,000 a year, or would you rather coach high school making $80,000 a year? And you still get to change kids' lives.
White kids.
Right. I think it's all, and that's why I said, JJ, you
got to bring racing to everything.
It's everything.
Hey, but I'll bet you this, Toxic. I bet you the majority of the players on Deion's football team will be black.
Well, what I'm saying, Toxic and Rock and JJ, is that you have to have, if you don't have a connection to the people you're serving, then you're working outside of purpose. You know what I mean? And I think him working at HBCU was him working within his purpose. He's helping his people. He's helping HBCU colleges where black kids go, where black athletes go to play at. You know what I mean? Everything he was doing was in purpose. So, but what now we're saying, but what's much greater than that is going to infiltrate a PWI system, being a head coach there, and for what? How does that measure him helping nothing but black kids? Nothing but black families.
Is there another?
I got a point to make right quick, Rock.
Your success should be calibrated.
Hold on, Brett. 98% of the time, HBCUs hire former players. Remember that. 98% of the time, HBCUs hire former players. That's fact.
Well, I think that works for all the college football, JJ.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't.
No, what I'm saying, every coach has played at some level. Every coach.
No. That's what I'm saying. The coach went to that school and played at that school.
You're saying that they're hiring alumni. They're hiring people of the same alumni.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
I just think.
So let me ask you, why no former Jackson State players wanted to coach at Jackson State?
You're saying that they don't?
They didn't.
I think they did. I think the guy before Deion, who was horrible, was alumni.
Yeah, they probably want to now.
I don't think I don't think the measure of success should come from the amount of money you make or the institutions you're able to work for. It should come from the people you're able to help, the people you're able to service. So I will stick by that.
So you saying you rather work at Cricket than Verizon?
I mean, it depends on where my value system at. If Cricket is serving in a community, is more likely to serve in communities in which help black people. You know what I mean? I take a pro-black stance in my politics. Then it will fit me.
Why y'all think that?
Feel me better.
Why y'all think that this man has to save every black person in Mississippi, bro?
But hey, everybody.
Why y'all think this man has to save a whole city because he's a football coach and he's prime time?
This is what I suggest, JJ, is that everybody in Mississippi move to Boulder, Colorado, and live and support Deion. It's better water there.
JJ, he's not a football coach. From God. Damn it, yeah, wrong with you.
Well, hey, won't y'all allow Deion to lead y'all to the promised land over in Boulder, Colorado, since he's y'all leader?
Hey, when who was in the Bible, Toxic or anybody who said like,
Pharaoh let my people go?
No, he said that, look, I don't need a whole army of people. I just need 10
That's Gideon. Gideon.
Right. I just need 10 good men. Mississippi only asked for one. You know what I mean? And this is how he do us. We thought Jesus was showing up only to find out he was a Judas. You know what I mean? In the final hour.
Y'all.
You know what I mean?
Hey, shout out to J27, man. Hey, subscribe to the channel, J27, because we have a bunch of good topics, bro, that we have every day, man. But he said Prime was getting robbed at JSU.
Look, you all like to put down the good people of Mississippi. Let me tell you something. Because Mississippi has been getting a bad rep in the chat. It's been getting a bad rep in the conversation. Mississippi is full of church-going, Christian, God-fearing black people who are sharecroppers, who do a lot of old school work. Mississippi is full with good black people. You know what I mean? It's not this
what they got to do with Deion Sanders, though?
Babylon that people are trying to make it sound like in the chat. You know, you had dirty water for a minute. That's because of our local and state government.
For a minute.
But we have good black people down there. You know what I mean? I just want to.
And you still gonna have good black people when prime time go to Colorado. Those good black people still gonna be there.
Hey, do any of y'all wanna? Do y'all want to call in and make a comment? If y'all want to call in, I guess I'll let y'all call in if y'all want to make a call in and make a comment.
It's gonna go less than what it was before he came. I said what I said.
Go ahead, let him call in. Hey, we got a bunch of watchers right now, man.
I'm gonna put the number up. Let him call in, man.
This is our highest stream we ever had. So shout out to all the watchers, man. Hey, we got a bunch of you know what I'm saying, characters here today. So subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. Follow these guys on social media. Follow us on TikTok. The same as the YouTube page. So Rock, you got some people
I'm about to set it up. I'm about to set it up where we
don't
where
purpose.
we can have them.
Hey, Rock, you said earlier in the show that you wanted to have
I told
time
don't follow
to
me,
endorse
follow y'all.
Herschel Walker for senator. You want to go ahead and make that announcement now, or
why you so mad for, bro? Hold on, man. Why this man so mad?
Well, I'm kind of disappointed in my buddy Rock for this reason because
no.
Rock been showing a pattern.
I'm somebody got to the lower right here, man.
This is what I'm saying, JJ. We know you about
Why
that
you so damn
moolah.
frustrated?
You know what I mean? I know you about that sweet moolah. You know what I mean? But my buddy Rock, you know, we've been in Clubhouse for a while. Shout out to Clubhouse. And I heard Rock speak of community and pro-blackness and whatever case may be. And just yesterday, he started his pattern when it comes to sports, football. That's when it's all about the individual. He said he don't give a damn what Jerry Jones said. You know what I mean? He don't, Jerry. He don't care. He don't care if Jerry Jones don't invite black people over his house. He just don't care that he was up there denying those innocent kids from getting into the school, calling them niggers and coons and stuff like that. He don't care. He's a Cowboys fan, and now he has a consistent position on Deion. It's like when it comes to football, man, this is not a religion. It's entertainment. You know what I mean? And we should still keep the pro-blackness and community, even when it comes to this.
Hey, brother Muhammad down there that's talking this pro-black stuff. I want to get. Hey, if y'all want to echo the sentiments of brother Muhammad, I see we got a caller. We got a call already. Hold on. Hey, caller, you live on the Sexy Cigar Lounge. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me get you in here. Shit. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You can talk now, man.
Yeah. So my thing is, my thing is with Deion. Let's say if he did stay at Jackson for another, 5 years, what is the end game ultimately? I know he's trying to bring exposure to the swag, HBCUs, this, that, and the other. Is it going to be more endorsements? Was it his responsibility to build up the whole conference? Things of that nature. So if he did stay, what do you think the ultimate plan was? And let's say if he was there in 2030, where would that be, and how would that, shake out for other HBCUs financially? Because I just looked at some for the University of Colorado, and they have like a $156 million facility with creme de la creme. I remember Deion saying something like they don't have cold tubs, they don't have any of the amenities that a lot of big institutions have. And, that's big for kids, particularly with rehab and football and things of that nature. So just y'all question, if he did stay, do you think HBCUs would be better off? And what do you think the end game would have been in terms of him creating the impact? I know the job is not done. I know he's made strides to do so, but what do you think it would have been if he stayed? And I'll land my plane there.
All right, I'll let anybody want to take that question right there?
Rock, did you get the name of the caller?
No, I didn't get the name of the caller. My bad. Yeah.
Oh. Well, thanks for calling in. And I think with more time, that's exactly what would have happened. I think he would have built a foundation, essentially creating a playbook of former NFL players being attracted to coming down, which, because you're a former NFL player, a Hall of Famer, that, most PWI schools don't see that as a rite of passage to lead their athletic program. So, but HBCUs, which we all done agree that, they're on a much smaller level, would probably grant those opportunities to those former Hall of Fame players, those NFL players, or whatever the case may be. So I think with him doing that, he created a playbook for other former Hall of Fame football players to follow. And that alone, look, power is influence. You know what I mean? They're the same damn thing. Power is not judged by how much money is in your account. It's how much influence you have. And bringing more people to HBCU with the same level or maybe a little lower level of influence that Deion has will just start something big. Look, it's not about what college you play for. You know what I mean? When people want to watch the games because they're passionately drawn to the games. They have some connection to the players and to the so when you hear about these high recruits, these high recruited prospects going to places like HBCU, it's gonna make you want to tune into the game. And once people start tuning in, once as start filling them seats, then nobody be talking about the SEC game coming up on Saturday. Then we all gonna watch Jackson State and damn Southern or Grambling in Alcorn or FAMU and another team play because of the stories, the passion that's been drawn, the level of influence that's been circled around those universities. That's why we're gonna want to watch the game. Not because it's a storyline. It's entertainment.
Aaron likes to. Aaron wants to make a comment, Brent.
Okay.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going? He already stated that he's not leaving. It's an article on it, and he said it himself, so I don't understand why people are so riled up about him leaving. He already stated that he's not leaving. It's not about money for him. He's already rich.
So you believe that he's not leaving, Aaron? Is that what you believe?
I believe he's not leaving. So he already stated that he's not leaving.
So if, in fact, he does announce that he's leaving tomorrow, how are you going to feel?
If he announced it, I got to see it for myself that he announced it. I'm not going to go by what nobody else announced.
I'm saying, how are you going to feel, though? That's what I'm asking.
I'm going to feel sort of messed up, but I don't think he's going to leave.
Are you going to cry?
Nah, why would I cry?
All right, thank you. Thank you for calling, Aaron. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Oh, we got another caller.
This is Reverend.
Go ahead.
This is Reverend Fields from Chicago, Illinois.
Go ahead, Reverend Fields. Tell us what it is.
God is good.
No doubt about it, man. He is truly good. But the thing that I actually wanted to share is that Deion Sanders represents more than a football coach. He is a modern-day form, maybe you would say, of a Medgar Evers, a Dr. King. He has a platform that has the country's attention. I played in the SWAC back in the 70s, where we didn't have any attention, and great athletes were going to, I guess, what you call Power 5 schools today. The issue is that we're being able to have centricity. We're being able to have a focus that is surrounded by his leadership. I think there's one thing that Coach Sanders said that we need to all understand. If we as a people are to move forward, we need to have a plan. That plan is directed and guided by leadership. Coach Sanders has done a wonderful job. I'm heartfelt, sorrowful that we're at this moment and that the city of Jackson, not just Jackson State, but the city of Jackson has not stepped forward to help make a more complete picture.
Let me say this. Let's get bigger. Let's get bigger than that, Rev. Rev, how about considering the state of Mississippi that just decided to pay Lane Kiffin $9 million at Ole Miss, shouldn't the state of Mississippi step up too?
Yes, sir. No
Black
disagreement.
Problems ain't their problems, Rock. Black problems are not their problems.
That would be my direct sentiment. I'm saying we're talking about a people that are still struggling. I have 6 children. 2 of my children have been recognized academically by 2 different presidents of the United States. I served the United Methodist Church in Oklahoma for about 10 years. 2 of my kids are Oklahoma scholars. With all the energy and the focus that we put on education, they are still struggling with the same issues that I struggled with in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, being a black male. So I'm saying we've not come so far that we're not dealing with these problems. You have other NFL coaches in the SWAC. Power 5 schools are not going after them. I'm not saying that Coach Sanders is a better coach than these guys are, but what I am saying is he is a phenomenal promoter and leader of men. They're mining our communities for our gold, for our oil, for our wealth, and they're beating us.
Well, here's my point. Here's the deal, Doc, Rev, that I want to say, right? At the end of the day, what ultimately has to happen, right, is that black people have to recognize the true value that black institutions offer, not only black people, but society at large. And they have to invest and promote and market everything about black college football and HBCU culture, because it is an amazing experience. Though my sister graduated from Southern in 1980, I really didn't have a real close connection with HBCU football and HBCUs until most recently when my daughter enrolled in Prairie View A&M. And through that lens, and also through the lens of being a fan of SWAC sports and Deion coming to the SWAC, all of it kind of happened all at the same time. And I saw that it's something just beautiful about being in the presence of black people and us experiencing one another, whether it be sports, whether it be dance, whether it be academics, whether in any capacity. It's just a beautiful thing for us coming together for something positive, right? That's something that appeals across the board, regardless of, in my opinion, if whether you're white, you're black, you're SWAC, or you come from a PWI. That's something that could appeal not only to all black people, but that could appeal to people at large. Brent was talking earlier about the stories that black college football and black college sports and HBCUs have to offer, right? There's tremendous stories that need to be told and marketed that could make HBCUs relevant to all communities in America. But for whatever reason, there is not much investment that goes into promoting, marketing, and just putting up and holding HBCUs and black colleges at a high esteem. Man, I appreciate you calling, man. We're gonna take the next caller, bro. Thank you, Rev, for calling in.
Thank you all, man. You're doing it.
Hey, my brothers. Rev say the whole city of Mississippi need to pony up. I mean, the whole city of Jackson need to pony up to make sure
We are, Rock. We are. We right now we at one
y'all
of the
passing
local
the collection
churches.
plate right now?
Right now we at one of the local churches emptying them collection plates. Everybody's putting their money in to get Deion to sway him to stay in the Jackson State. We doing everything we can right now. You know what I mean? We love Deion. We want him to stay.
So you don't think he? Hey, so do you think he may announce his? Should Deion get a people of Jackson 1 o'clock to wait for 1 o'clock service to be over with before he makes his decision and see how much he can collect before he make his decision? Huh?
Hey, real quick, man. Let's go ahead and take on one more call before we end the show because we about 2 hours in.
All right. We're gonna wrap this up. We currently don't have any more callers, but we're willing to take one more call. We want to end this show. We've been going 2 hours strong, man. We want to thank everybody who has been on. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We have amazing shows about every other day, man, on different topics. Not always sports, but we definitely talk about current events. We've discussed topics like Kanye, Herschel Walker, and dating and relationship topics as well. So please like and subscribe, man, so you'll be notified whenever we go live. And if there is any other caller, you got a couple minutes, man. But again, JJ,
let me put a number.
I got it.
Okay,
we got one. Hey, caller, you're live on air.
Hello.
Yes, you're live on air, caller. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know what his deal was. Maybe he'll call back. Cause y'all hear him? Y'all heard him, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, JJ, at the end of the day, why is it that black people in general are so looking for a black savior and not willing to, and I say not willing to, rather than us collectively work together, we're often put in a situation where a lot of us are looking for a black savior rather than us collectively working together. Hey, we got a caller online. What's your name and where you calling from?
Coach Randolph calling from Missouri City, Texas.
Mo City in the building. What's up, Coach Randolph?
Nothing much. The connection's kind of bad. I was watching you guys earlier, and I believe a great point was made, when we're talking about his assistants. Football coaches, they get hired together and they get fired together. But, I mean, he does owe it to his assistants for them to, move up and be able to take care of their families as well. He said that in the 60 Minutes interview, I believe.
Absolutely.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I mean, he definitely said that in his interview, and I think it's a great point. He's not only looking at this as an opportunity to better, to make more money himself, but it changes the lives of his assistant coaches. And let me ask you this before you get off, Coach Randolph. If you were a coach assistant coach at Jackson State, and Deion had an opportunity to take you to a P5 school, what would you want him to do as an assistant coach?
I mean, it would be great, if they stayed. But I mean, I would.
No, I'm talking about it.
I have my family.
Thank you. That's what I want.
I would say, that's what I would say. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, it would be great if he stayed. For us as a people, it would be great. But you also have to look at your individual family as well, especially if you have a family and you're head of the household. I mean, it's a tough decision, but life is all about making those tough decisions. I don't think that, I heard you guys, not to cut you off, I heard you guys talking about how, the church should pitch in. I mean, it shouldn't be left up for people to empty their pockets to keep, for him to stay there. I mean, that's just not, I don't think that's right. I disagree with that.
I was actually making a joke. I was being sarcastic.
Okay.
I was being sarcastic when I was saying that. At the end of the day, and this is what I want to say, Coach Randolph, it's the individual's institution responsibility to retain quality employees that work for that institution, and they should they should have a contingency plan to deal with a person who is a successful coach like Deion Sanders, whether it's raising money through the alumni or going into their general funds or having some type of NIL collective. They have to. They've had 2 years to put together a contingency plan to hold on to Deion Sanders and his assistants, and up to this point, they have not. So at the end of the day, and this is one take that I've had that I haven't mentioned out loud, is that could it be that Jackson wants to get everything they can out of Deion without returning anything of value to him?
Could be. I guess we'll find out, right? I mean, I don't want to put that out there, but we'll get more to the story, I'm sure, as as it develops.
All right, man. I thank you. I thank you for calling in. Please like and subscribe. Go ahead, Jay.
I will for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, man. I hate to end the show, man. It was a great show, but we're 2 hours in. The viewers, please subscribe to the channel. We will be streaming tomorrow, and we're going to come with a part 2 of this. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Deion stays, but if he goes, I can't, hey, man, that's on him. But we will have a part 2 of this tomorrow. So go ahead, Rock.
No, I was going to say if he announces the day after the game, I would suggest having an emergency show, maybe call in everybody,
We will.
and have emergency show. So just stay tuned. I suggest us call in as soon as the announcement is made. We're gonna go live, whether he stays or goes, man. And so we appreciate you, you guys staying on and just stand by. We're all on Deion watch right now.
Yes, sir. And Brent, what you want to leave with, Brent?
Hey, it's saying the score, Brent, on all social media platforms. I really enjoyed the show today. I always enjoy chopping up with you fellas. And if Deion could hear me, I think this is just one of those defining moments in life where it's either personal gain or profound purpose. Personal gain meets integrity, in service. You got a lot of things weighing in on you tomorrow. And I think it's deeper than what just you got going on. This is something big, and this is gonna show future people, black people who are in power, what to choose when the time comes. You're doing something big here, buddy. I hope you stay, but if you don't, I mean, it's nothing against you. I understand you got family and stuff like that. So a lot of people are watching you, Deion, and I think you're setting the path for something much greater than yourself.
Hey, man. Hey, I want to give a shout out to all my cousins that jumped on. I seen a bunch of y'all jump on. Shout out to Robert Stinson, C. Duncan, Dal Barlow, DW, everybody that's in the chat right now. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Follow these guys on here. Rocky Miller with the tell them what your cigar company is, right?
You can always slowburnwaco.com. We're an online cigar retailer. We ship all over all 50 states and U.S. territories, man. We got some really dope selection of cigars. Please go by our website. That is slowburnwaco.com.
You want to plug anything, Brent? Your hookah business or anything?
Oh, well, I got Hookah Talk coming up, and it's going to be a part of the Sexy Cigar Lounge platform. And I'm going to be pointing out different grades of premium grades of hookah. And that's going to go right down the path of my business. Something like Rocks Only with hookah, so that's where I'm headed. But Hookah Talk is coming.
Appreciate it, man. I can't wait to tune in into that. Hey, for everybody else, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and we're gonna see you
and
in a little bit.
We're gonna have an after show in our clubhouse room on Clubhouse here shortly. So
yes, sir.
If you maybe someone will post a link in the comments to the clubhouse room, and they'll be able to join us then.
Hey, well, if you're on Clubhouse, it is the Sexy Cigar Lounge on Clubhouse, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram too. Peace out.